welcome to our program. St. John's College was founded in 1947 and since then has contributed greatly through its students to the development of the Bahamas. And we're going to talk about the St. John's College experience, what the alumni are doing, and the future. And I'd like to welcome our guest, the principal of St. John's College, Mr. Quinn McCartney.
Pleasant good afternoon.
And one of the people who I say really keeps everything together as far as the Alumni Association is concerned, Rachel Jacqueline Popel Duncan.
That's me.
If you got any other names, I know that one yet.
That's my full name, Julie.
There you go.
1977.
There you go. And I actually happen to be a class of 1979. Let's talk a little bit first about the history of St. John's College. Like I said, opened its doors in 1947.
Yes, well, I'll defer to Jackie because as a proud alumni.
Thank you so much, Principal. St. John's College was started in 1947. And 3 years ago, 4 years ago actually, we did the 75th pictorial display at the Mullen Marathon. It's a wonderful display of the history of the school, and every year, basically it was on the board. And it was all about recognizing each person that would have passed through its doors. May not have graduated, but they passed through the doors and they're considered an alumni of the school. But the school, from us sitting down and talking to persons, the school was started in 1947, January, by a number of Anglican men mainly. And the school was intentional about giving quality education. Quality education. It started mainly for the Anglicans first, but of course it allowed others of other faiths to join. And I happened to have gone to St. John's because of government scholarship. But St. John's has a very rich history. And over the years, and sitting down and talking to the alumni, they always have a great pride about the school from Market Street Hill, north, top of the hill there which is currently, well, it's now dilapidated somewhat, but it's across the road from the current CW to CR Walker High School. It's on the opposite side of the street right there. But fond memories we all have of St. John's Market Street Hill. And then in January 1979, they relocated down to Stapleton Gardens.
All right, actually I was a part of that class during the move in the middle of the year. But you talk about the pride of St. John's College, and you're right, because anyone who sees anyone, no matter where it is, one of the first things they can do is what? Sing the school song.
That's right.
No more than our friend Ricardo Thompson, who we used to call Rat.
Wow.
Anyway you see him in the street, hey, true blend of hearts.
One common goal.
And one common goal.
That's correct. And it's amazing that you share that story, Julian, because one of our upcoming speakers I'm here this afternoon is going to share that same similar story. And that's the joy of it. Because I've been to some funerals and persons just hit that word off. Who say, oh, you went to St. John's? Yes, you went to St. John's. That's a pride from within. So much so the last two words of that song said, St. John's must not die, nor its name ever fade.
We're going to bring you in a second, Principal.
No,
but we got to go one more thing, because social media has also changed the way we all interact in the world.
Oh, yes.
But I mean, I could wake up in the morning and I could see 100 and something messages, either from the Alumni Association itself or my year of St. John's. And, some people say, oh, it's too much. But at the same time, it obviously brings a lot of comfort to a lot of people. Because we're checking on you to see if you're alive, if someone dies in your family, they're giving you comfort. If someone's birthday is there, they're acknowledging you. And if you need some support, if you're ill or something, I know in my year, they give money to people who have been, or who are challenged. So it's really a wonderful, and I think it shows how many great memories were created back in those days when we were in school.
You know that as you say that, and someone had the other day, they said, boy, there's too much talking up in here, too much talking in here. I said to them, if you have a problem with it, just mute your phone. Because that same person needed a moment to release themselves. You don't know what they're dealing with, what battles they are fighting, but something that you would say, and then maybe a good word, a little word of encouragement, or even an aid to help and assist. That's where the love comes from. So come, our school song said, we're a true blend of hearts. So come forth, all you scholars, old ones and new. Boast proudly the school that was founded by you. Join hands in support of the structure you built, your nurture through heartaches. Give what you will. Sing loudly its praises and lend it your aid. St. John's must not die, nor its name ever fade. That means you have to remember the school. You have to remember the people who passed through the school. There's a love in there. and just be the bond, just be a love, and just be a care one for the
And
other.
a little later in the program, we talk about how the Alumni Association is helping the current day
Yes.
group.
Yes,
But talking about its legacy, Principal McCartney, you're the one now who's charged with taking St. John's into the future. We know we have limitations, you know.
Indeed.
We know the
Yes.
ACA doesn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
all of the money that it would like to have to do
Right,
things.
right.
But what are some of the top things on your agenda right now?
Well, certainly, let me just say how honored I am to be principal of St. John's College. My mother was one of the founding students, actually.
Oh, wow.
So she was there from 1947, and her good cousin Thelma Ford, they were LG and TG at St. John's College. So it's indeed an honor to be the principal now. But again, I want to continue the great legacy. I realize that the work I'm doing is building on the foundation of the many principals and founders who were before me. And it's a distinguished list, and so I'm truly honored to see my name at least on the board for a short while. But we continue to try and build on that legacy, as I indicated. And as you indicated, funding is a challenge for us, as is all around. But we are looking at re-establishing our sporting facilities. We're trying to rebuild our track. We had a track there, but suddenly after COVID, it sort of got out of in bad shape, and so we're investing some funds, thanks to the Alumni Association, actually. We're trying to upgrade the facilities. As you know, the building has been around from 1979, and so time is taking its toll on a lot of our buildings. And so through the school board and with the support of the Anglican Central Education Authority, we're trying to rebuild classroom by classroom. And so we're asking all of our alumni and certainly our current members of the family to help us with our development plans in moving forward. We're also trying to rebuild our sporting programs. St. John's was well known for its sporting program over the years. We sort of continue to do well in academics, and we have some very, very brilliant students in school now. People like Donald Tanders, who's our head boy, and who will be joining us shortly. And we also have Ethan Williamson, who's our deputy head boy, another brilliant young man. And we have some extremely talented and intelligent young ladies as well. So it's a good population. 1,027 students make up our population. And so we're trying to make sure that they get the best education that they can get in the Bahamas. And St. John's is living up to the standard. There are some challenges, but we continue to press on, and with the support of the alumni and the community at large, we're also trying to, as I indicated, rebuild our track program. And so we have some talented athletes, and so with the track facilities and through scholarships, we're trying to attract some better talent.
So let's talk about the academic standards. So
Yes.
you're seeing very good results overall?
Well, yes, definitely. I attended the Ministry of Education's ceremony for those persons who would have done the BGCSEs and BJCs in 2024. And we had quite a good showing. There's always room for improvement. We'd like to see more persons on the list. And so I've challenged this grade 12 class, the class of 2025, to make sure that we are, in some of the all-merit scholars or some of the students with excellent academic results. And I feel confident that we have those students in St. John's College, in the present grade 12 and the grades below it.
And in the sporting sector, like we know Dawn is an A1 swimmer,
Oh, yes,
who we expect to do well again in Carifta.
Yes,
And
yes.
we've got some good track and field athletes.
Oh, yes.
Are there any other varied sports that you're finding some of the students excelling in?
Well, we're doing pretty well in soccer. We're trying to rebuild the soccer program as well, and so we have a good team there. Our coaches there, our teachers there are doing an extremely good job in that particular field. We did well also in baseball and softball. As you know, baseball has been introduced into the curriculum now instead of softball for the boys in the senior division. And so we have a baseball team that did well. We also have softball teams. Our basketball teams, of course, did
Strong.
exceptionally well.
Strong,
We
strong.
won 3 of the 4
right.
championships in the AIS's basketball tournament. And so we were extremely proud. This is our second year. Last year,
Oh, yeah.
we won 3. This year, we won another 3. And so I think our goal is next year. Well, not I think. Our goal next year is to get all 4. And
That's
it's,
right.
it's quite
Clean it
possible.
all
We
up.
have a good
Clean up.
crew of people.
Oh, yeah.
Swimming, we're doing well in swimming with people like Donald and others who are doing extremely well in swimming. We came 4th in the track and field, and so we are aiming at regaining at least our 3rd place
That's
position,
right. That's
and then
right.
back in the top 2 in another couple of years.
That's
and so
right.
we're intentional in trying to slowly rebuild what St. John's was known for, and it should be known for.
It can be done. I'm going to
That's
ask
it.
something because they're getting an example from the alumni, and I'm really impressed with the Alumni Association. And I feel a little bad because I'm not doing as much as I can do or should do, but I'm trying to do my little bit, at least by getting the message out. But you all are constant in so many ways. And when I look online too, you have a prayer program.
Oh, yes.
So what I'm really trying to say is, what's the sort of push for community outreach and support at the student level? Now, I know it's difficult because they've got to focus on their studies, but that is really what life is about, giving back to others.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And is there any kind of initiative that encourages that at the school level?
Well, we have quite a number of service clubs or clubs at
Is
the
there
school.
still Key Club? And,
Yeah, there's still
wow.
Key Club, and then we have the Builders Club, and we have Rotaract, and there's so many clubs at St. John's College, and so we
And they
just had to-
subscribe to them well.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're well attended. We have the Eco Club. We have a Barbers Club that we had a group of young men who went to one of the old folks' homes last weekend and trimmed the men in the old folks' home, and they actually go in next weekend. They go into Unity House next weekend to trim the men in that particular. So we have teachers and students who are actively involved in the community. So we're not just keeping our good. What's good at St. John's only in the 28 acres there on Bishop Eldon Drive, but we're taking it into the community, being involved in the community service, helping wherever we can.
Just out of interest, is there a media section there or a media department?
Not
or?
quite. We have a small group of persons who assist us with taking photographs and helping us prepare for assemblies, but we're trying to build that. We really want to see that, and perhaps, Mr. Reid, that's something that we can definitely...
That's why I'm asking.
Yes, we need that.
Because social media is important, and it's important to get messages out that resonate with the young people. So we also want to attract and keep our alumni interested, but we also want to get our young people as excited, and so use those skills on TikTok and other social media platforms, and use them to promote the good things that are happening at St. John's College.
Now, I know you have a chemistry background.
Yes.
Right? Do you ever get tempted, or have you, I know you've not been there that long, right?
Right.
But have you found yourself in the chemistry lab trying to show them how to properly use a Bunsen burner or something?
Not quite yet, time has permitted, but certainly we had a group of our grade 11 students go to the forensic lab 2 weeks ago, just to get to see what that particular discipline is all about.
Great.
So I'm trying to let them see that is a viable option for a career choice as well. And so again, to get them excited, or keep them further. I'm really excited about science and chemistry, biology, physics, and all of the sciences we do at St. John's.
And of course, technology is everything these days.
Yes,
So
definitely.
the instruction is adequate. Technology,
it's adequate
right?
for now. Most of our teachers, all of our teachers are incorporating technology in the delivery of our lessons. There's always need for more. We always want to keep on the cutting edge, and so one of the things we want to do is to refurbish our IT labs to make sure that we are in the 21st century and cutting edge technology. And so we're trying to be as modern as possible, trying to be as relevant as possible, and trying to be up to date as possible in all disciplines at St. John's College.
So about how many students are there now, and how many teachers?
Right, so our population is 1,027 students on record between the primary department and the secondary
You
department.
can remember what it was like when we were there, Rachel? I can't remember it all.
So we in our high school we have 4 grade levels actually, and in the primary department we have 3 and 2 in the lower streams. So we have a good group of people. So we start from age 3 and 3 plus up to 17, 18 in grade 12.
And what's the attraction like? When I ask this, I mean, you have a lot of people, because I remember a couple of people were asking, how do I get into St. John's College? Is there a keen interest of people who are outside, and particularly outside of the Anglican faith, trying to get into St. John's?
One of the stresses we've been having in the last couple of weeks was trying to settle our grade 7. We had entrance examinations on the 1st of February, and since then, we've offered some places what we thought would be vacancies for September, but every day there's somebody calling, I want to get in, So the interest in St. John's College is there, the demand is there, and so we're finding persons coming from schools, other private schools, government schools, of course, at various grade levels. We don't take persons, obviously, in grade 12 and grade 9 because they're examination years. But for the most part, from pre-K on up, we're having the interest. And so we could easily put in another grade 7 because of the demand for persons who want to come there. And these are persons who are desperate and really interested.
But the infrastructural...
Infrastructure is in there. That's our challenge. And so that's our greatest impediment right now. And we don't want the school to, we want the school to grow, but we want it to go too large where it becomes unmanageable. But so we feel comfortable with about 1,027 students, 1,100 students. But certainly we could take a few more because the demand is there.
Now, Mardi Gras is one of the fundraisers.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
that's right.
It happened a few weeks ago.
Yes.
How did that turn out? Were the earnings satisfactory?
So yeah, the PTA is responsible for running the Mardi Gras, which was held on the 1st of March, and that went extremely well. The crowds it was well supported by alumni and members of the public, and of course our students, and so it was well attended. A good variety of stalls, good variety of things to do. There's always the alumni corner where they can go and hang out in the lounge, where they can sit down and just share their old stories, and that was well supported. So it was an excellent day. We started about 12 noon and ended about midnight, shortly after midnight. But
Remember those Addington House
That's right,
Mardi
that's
Gras
right.
back in the day?
That's right.
And you know, I didn't attend St. John's College, but Mardi Gras was always on the social calendar. It was the Red Cross Fair and Mardi
That's
Gras.
right,
They were
that's
two-
right.
It's true.
That's right, that
They
is
were very
correct, that's
big.
correct.
There were two fairs that you had to attend, and so you
That's
were
right.
well behaved around those times, so that you didn't get punished and couldn't go. But
Boy, that's
if you made it to
something
Mardi
there.
Gras and Red Cross, you were saying something in the bar.
And you know, back in the day with us at Market Street, we were Mardi Gras on Tuesdays.
That's right.
Which is,
Yes.
Tuesday
Which is
before
what it's
Ash
supposed to be,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
right.
Ash
That's
Wednesday,
right.
That's right.
But that pride is still there, and the love
Yeah,
for it.
Definitely.
All right, well, I think we'll take a break right now, and we will be back with more as we talk about the Green Giants.
Wonderful.
St. John's College. Stay with us.